And welcome inside the Backstage Pass. It is Tuesday, August the 23rd. Hard to believe. It's just, I guess, less than a week to go in the month of August for 2022. Then we'll be knocking on the door for September here, presented by our friends over at Bangtail Whiskey. Folks, if you hadn't checked them out, you might want to get on that Easy Liquor app and get that bottle sent directly to your door. Some of the best tasting whiskey out there, 90 crafted hand proof, and also our friends at MitchMacs.com and Hank Jr. Productions. Brandon here flying solo. We could have CJ Garton joining us here to help me co-host the show coming up today. We're live on the YouTube channel, Twitch TV. We're live on too as well. And of course, at our website, the sportsguyspodcast.com as we count down to kickoff this week, coming up with high school football season. A lot of the games will be included on that website and also at CajunCountryRadio.com. Well, pleased to bring in a couple of ladies I had a chance to meet for the first time at CRS in Nashville this past year. And Sibling Harmonies, what do you get? You get some of the best country music out there with a fresh country sound, as the sister duo Presley and Taylor join us here on the show. What's going on, ladies?
Hey guys, how are you?
Doing great. Like I said, just staying busy. And it's been a while since we had chatted ever since back in February at the Omni Hotel when you guys had stopped by the radio booth there. Well, let me ask you about this. Let's kind of dive right into it. A lot of success for you guys so far. This single has been out since January. You're riding it high, called The Storm, which is across all the digital platforms. People can go download or purchase now for their listening pleasure. Tell us about this, and tell us about just a great country song and a great write, and definitely it really fits you guys as sisters.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we love the song The Storm. We released it back in January, and Presley and I are just really proud of everything that we put out last year. We really love the music, and we were working with James Stroud at the time, who was an incredible, well-known producer here in town, and it's really just been an honor to work with him. Presley and I, so we're just really proud of The Storm and 22 Red Flags and Don't Even Know Your Mama and Everybody's Season, just all those songs that are out, and we're really grateful to anyone who has been listening to them since we released them. And
yeah, the song's been great. The Storm is amazing, and it's really opened some great doors for us. So we're just so happy that it's finally out there, and we got new music coming on the tails of it. So.
Oh, I like that. She teased it right there. New music coming out too. We can't say when, but definitely looking forward to that too. You know, you guys are so inseparable. I mean, you go everywhere, you do everything. It's pretty cool to have family just connected with each other, and you as sisters. Talk about that story a little bit, Presley, for those that don't know or for tuning in for the first time who haven't heard of you guys as a duo, kind of how you got started and kind of when you knew that music was the calling.
Well, Taylor and I, we are sisters, so we're actually only 2 years apart. And we're the only siblings in our family, so it's just the two of us. We've done everything together our entire lives, from sports to musicals and school and everything. So when it came time for us to really, when we got into high school and we started getting into music more and more and more, it just made sense that we did it together. We come from a really big family, and music has always been a huge, huge part of that. And it really had a huge impact on us. And by the time that we did get into high school, we were both itching to pursue it a little bit more. And so we begged our parents to take us to a recording studio, and they did. And Taylor was about 14, I think I was 16. And we recorded some songs, and we kind of just got bit by the bug at that moment. And then things kind of took off from there as we got older, and we've, grown up doing this now. I just turned 25 in June, and it's really been our entire lives since we were small children, and then going into high school and taking it more seriously, and then moving to Nashville 4 years ago. It really, music is every aspect of our lives, and I feel blessed that I get to do this with my sister. And we say it all the time, when we're out on the road and stuff. It's like, oh, thank God, you're here with me, we're in great places and we're doing all these things. It's great to have your best friend to do it with. So it's really cool.
You both mentioned James Stroud. Of course, a lot of the talk up there too. I talked to some great people, and people that are great, just musicians and producers and writers. For people that don't know, he's written close to 150 or maybe over #1 hits out there. And for you guys as a music producer, just talk about going in the studio, working with someone of that caliber day in and day out. You have to be just ecstatic to have someone like that on your team, right?
He definitely, he's incredible, and When we started working with him, I think I was 19 or 20, and yeah, Presley was 21 or 22, and we really just learned so much, and he really helped us cultivate our individuality together as a duo, and our sound as a duo. And yeah, he's just incredible. If you spend time with him, just the stories that you get to hear are, from people that he's worked with, and like he'll just like name drop Whitney Houston or Mariah Carey or whoever, that like just different people that he's worked with. It's really just like a pinch me thing. We learned so much from him, and he's just an incredible person. It was an honor to work with him, really.
Yeah, I know when you look at also opening up the shows that you guys have done too. I remember you telling me one about the Grand Ole Opry with Pam Tillis, and there was a sold out show for you guys. Jimmy Allen, Martina McBride. I mean, what's this ride continued to be like? I guess only someone can imagine who's in your shoes to do these kind of things and do these wonderful accolades and step on these stages. But it must be mind blowing to open for Nashville's best, right?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
I mean, Presley and I work so hard every single day. And then when those moments happen, they're just like so special to us, and we really do just soak it in and try to make the most of it in the moment, because it goes by so fast. But those are all just incredible opportunities that we've had, because we play shows all the time, and we've been opening for Sammy Kershaw this past year and last year, and it's just really incredible to see someone who has a career that you aspire to have work and do their work and their thing, and to be able to witness that and like learn from it and grow from it is really incredible. So we're grateful for those opportunities whenever we get the chance to have them.
Let's talk about one you guys released last year that I loved a lot. I think we probably mentioned it on the show there at the Omni. Choose Me. I wanted to get kind of the backstory of that one, because I know you guys were busy releasing singles, as most people were during the pandemic, to stay busy. What was it about Choose Me that led you guys to step in the studio to record?
Well, that was a song that James had brought to us, and he played it for us. He played the demo for us, and I remember I think everybody in the room was like crying when we all heard it. And we were like, we have to sing this song. Like, I don't even know what we're going to do with this, but like, we have to sing it. So we cut the song, and then when we decided to release it, there was just a lot of things going on. There was just major events going on. There was, we were looking at when we pulled out of Afghanistan, and there was the dogs left behind there, and then there was that huge hurricane that they were actually shipping dogs into Nashville that had been abandoned or got lost or whatever. And it was just, I feel like there was so much going on, and Taylor has such a huge place in our hearts for animals and dogs especially. We have 3 of our own, and we just knew, we were like, let's do something with this song. So the proceeds from the song go to the Pedigree Foundation, and it's just so special. It's special because we got to work closely with an amazing organization such as Pedigree. We got to work with the Nashville Humane Association here in town. They are incredible. The things that these organizations and these people do for these animals is just amazing. And I think to be able to put music to that is something really special, and something that now that it's out there forever, and people can always kind of refer back to it and listen to the song.
Oh, it's a beautiful song, no doubt. We're going to come back after a quick timeout. It's Presley and Taylor here on the Backstage Pass. We'll come back, and CJ Garton just buzzed in. He's going to join me here to ride the rest of the way here on the show. We'll take a quick timeout, get a word in for the sponsors, come back, talk about one of my favorite songs, 22 Red Flags. The ladies referred to that at the top of the show. You guys would love that one. If you haven't heard it too, make sure you guys go check it out and visit them at PresleyandTaylor.com. A word from our sponsors, coming back with CJ and the ladies. Stay tuned.
The Bangtail pour is comprised of a sweet corn mash base. The front has a subtle sweetness and not too sharp. It has notes of a medium char or white oak for a smoky flavor in the middle, and the tail has a super smooth and warm finish.
Go behind the scenes with some of the biggest artists in music today with the Backstage Pass, powered by thesportsguyspodcast.com. Join Brandon Morrill and his co-host Kirsty Krause as they talk to rising stars and legends about their music careers. Listen to their latest tracks and learn fun facts about the men and women behind the music you love. And be sure to tune into the Backstage Pass Monday through Friday from 3:30 to 6:30, powered by thesportsguyspodcast.com. And welcome into the Backstage Pass. And back here on the show again, CJ Garton back here with me to go the rest of the way here on the Backstage Pass. Got the drink on, which is good here. Back with Presley and Taylor here, of course, as we get through another edition of the Backstage Pass live on the YouTube channel, of course, on Twitch TV, and our good friends over at the sportsguyspodcast.com. She was adjusting the camera there. We got to see the ladies and their best today, too, as well. CJ, good to have you, brother. I was just talking to the ladies a little bit about 22 Red Flags, which was a huge tune for them. I tell you, Presley, a beautiful song, and it really struck a nerve for me when you guys sang that and put that together. Very special tune for you guys, and definitely, I know a lot of the fans love that one too.
Yeah, that was kind of the reason behind like why we wanted to get it out there so bad, because we had been playing it at our live shows for a while, and everyone would come up to us after the show and be like, "Oh my God, I love that song! I love that song!" And Taylor and I loved it too, because it's so funny. Like, we've both been through so many different things in relationships, and we've all been there where you just see all these red flags when you're dating, and you just do it anyway. And so many people can relate to that. So I think that's why the song did so well, and it goes over so well live.
It's a fun one to play live, especially, and it's definitely just like rocking. So we love that one.
What's it been like for you guys? The fan support is everything in music. Follow it every day. You hear comments, people, not just for the shows or what you guys do for the records, and of course recording the music and putting messages out there that will strike a nerve for somebody. What's the fan support been like for you guys? The continued, just everlasting support from your fans.
It's been incredible and really like overwhelmingly beautiful at times. We especially feel it when go back to our home state, because Presley and I have been doing this for so many years. We started when I was 14 and Presley was 16. We played so many shows where we're from in Connecticut, and like people started coming to our shows then, and now when we get the chance to go back and play a show every once in a while, the support that comes out and those people that come to the shows every time is like really special, and it just feels so good to see. And yeah, I mean, that's what honestly like fuels our fire and keeps us going, is like people ask like, oh my gosh, how do you stay so consistent with posting? And like, it's because it feels good to reach people and to connect with people, and to hear their feedback is just so important and really rewarding.
And social media too at this point has given us, it's such a tool. And it's such a way to keep those, like Taylor said, like keep those connections strong. Like when we go out and play shows and we meet people and then they follow us, and then we can talk to them and reach out and they message us and whatever, and it keeps that relationship growing. And it's actually really, really cool. And we're just so excited because we have some new stuff in the works, and like just bringing it to this audience, and it's just going to be awesome. So we're excited.
Well, it's good to meet you all officially.
Hey! How are you?
Are y'all in Nashville?
Yes. Yeah, we live in Nashville.
It's got plenty to do, don't it?
Oh man, there's never a shortage of stuff going on here.
Absolutely, darling. How's the change from being up north from where you guys are from? Because I've been all around that area. I know it's different. It's a big difference when you get down here in the South, and especially with the weather and everything else. How are y'all enjoying that since you?
Oh yeah, it's funny. We love it. It's so funny because I feel like growing up, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, it's so different down south," and I was like, "No, it can't be that different." And then once you move here, you're like, "Oh yeah, that's pretty different than being up in New England." But it's really cool because we come from a really small farm town. There's about 4,000 people in our town that we grew up in, and then coming here, it's still like this big city to us, but at the same time, it's such a tight-knit community. It's like, it really like leaves the door open for like so many like friendships and relationships, and just growing in the music community too. So it's been a blessing moving here and like really just like being here full time for the last 4 years now. It's just made things happen that we could have never imagined.
Yeah.
There's one of your top fans tuning in too. You're probably going to guess who this is between you guys, because she's left a lot of comments today. Was looking forward to the show here, and she says, "Love the song. Choose me. I'm a good dog." Oh, bye. So Kelsey tuning in, and then she said, "I'm itching to meet Presley and Taylor again. Met them this past March. I heard they're coming back. There you go. Well, that's it. It's always good. We were just talking about the fans too, and that's what makes it happen, no doubt. So, and Don says, Don had a comment here. So keep the comments coming. We love them here since 2018. So there you go. Great way. It definitely is a great way to build a fan base out there. So appreciate you guys. If y'all have questions for Presley Taylor, feel free to put them in the comment box, and I'll get to as many as possible before we take our next break. I love that you guys had come on. Last time we were talking about this, I believe last year during one of the single releases you had. Don't Even Know Your Mama, and I thought that was a really good title for it. Give me a little kind of a backstory of that one a little bit, because I thought that had, from the photo album, the photo single cover, I want to say album because I know you guys are going to put out a full-length album one day, but the photo single cover to the title of the song, the whole backstory, it's a terrific song.
Oh, thank you so much. But we love that song. It actually was written by Tennille Arts and Adam Wheeler, and we're huge Tennille Arts fans. So we're just so glad that song found us.
Yeah.
And it spoke to us so truly in the moment too. Presley was actually like personally going through a thing that we like related really well to the song. And but as far as like what went into that song, we went out to California actually to shoot the photo for the cover and also to shoot the music video. And that was
Joshua Tree, which is really
we were in Joshua Tree, California, which is just in the middle of the desert, and it was just an incredible experience. We shot for 2 days straight, and the video, I mean, I'm just glad we have a video to commemorate like everything we experienced there. But the video went out on CMT, and then it was fan voted to number 2 on the 12-pack countdown. So we're so proud of that video. We're so proud of that song, and it's just like so true, the song. So.
Really is too. We'll go back to the audience here. Kelsey had another question, so feel free to keep them coming there too. So, favorite song to cover on the stage? I like that.
Ooh, that's a great question. We cover a lot of music. We have like a good mix of original music and cover songs in our show. I think my favorite would probably be "Man, I Feel Like a Woman," because the crowd just gets so involved with that one.
Yeah,
and they get so hyped, and that's a fun one to do.
We do. I'm trying to think. We do a lot. Like we do it ranges from so many different types of songs. Jolene always goes over really well.
Yeah, Jolene's a crowd favorite.
We do "Midnight Rider" by the Allman Brothers Band, and that always kicks butt. So that's a fun one.
I love that one too, no doubt.
Gotta love Dolly and the Allman Brothers,
right?
You guys. I have a question. I always come in blind because I always want to just meet everybody, and from one artist to another, it's always interesting. Do y'all do a lot of your own writing? Do y'all do a lot of co-writes? And and some of the most recent songs, like for me, I know I write all the time. I've been very lucky in that aspect as a hit writer and things like that. But there's certain songs that stand out emotionally and connectively to you. Is there one song that both of you guys just absolutely love that you've written that you have been a part of?
Yeah, that's a great question.
We're like in this. It's so funny because when we started doing this, like we were little kids, So as you grow and you like become adults, you like learn so many things. And
we've been learning so much just about being an artist in general, and like in the last 4 years since moving here is really when we dove into the writing aspect of being an artist, which is such an important part of it. And
but it takes time to get it where you're like,
it takes
I'm
time
proud of this song that I wrote.
It takes time to get it right.
Yeah.
And Presley and I specifically have been writing for our upcoming project for the past 2 years. And everything that's going on it is so true to who we are. We wrote it, and we're so proud of it. And we genuinely have never been more excited for music that's going to be coming out from us because we wrote it and because it hits so hard you know, personally, we just like love that we could create something that hopefully would speak to somebody else and like share in that experience with somebody else. So that's why we are like the most excited for our upcoming music, is because we did write it.
Yeah. So stay coming.
I love that too. Y'all put out one that I still love today and put it on the playlist from time to time. Like I said, all the time. We listen to it at least once every other day, if not every day, in my truck when I'm going to work. Everybody sees it. And what I loved about the cover of that single art you had was the heads were kind of right there. I'm not lying. You guys can go check it out for people that haven't seen it, which is really cool. And I just love the message the song sends, because they're right side by side. Her ear is so close to her eye right there. You can see the heads right there on that single art cover right there. Tell me about that, and tell me about that song.
We took that picture in our driveway, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny because like I'm sitting in my driveway right now. So I've been on tour this weekend in Oklahoma. And we were supposed to already been back in Nashville. That's why I told Brent I said, be glad to do this. And we're a couple hours away still. So we made a little pit stop for a little bit of steak burgers and relaxation for a hot minute so we could jump on and say hi to you guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Glad you came on. Yeah. No, but you get it. That one, it looks big art production, but it was literally in our driveway.
Like my boyfriend had the camera. He was on a
ladder, like holding it.
You gotta be spontaneous. That's always the best art.
It always turns out the best.
It is.
Kind of like do it yourself, like
it's like organic.
Yeah, it was very organic, and But I remember because the label we had just signed to James's label, White Mustang, and they were like, this song needs to come out so fast. We need the artwork like by this time. They were like, it could just be any picture, and Presley were like, no, like it can't be any picture. Like perfect. It's the first one, you know. And we got that call when we were driving to Connecticut to visit.
Going for like Thanksgiving or something.
Yeah, I think we were going for like a holiday or something. And we got that call, and we were like, I just remember we were sitting, where were we, like Shoney's or something?
Yeah.
We were sitting in Shoney's, and I was just like crying, like, how are we gonna get this picture? And then we went home and we like took it on the driveway, and it came out great. So.
That's a great song. It is a great song. Everybody sees it. That you guys can go check out there across all the digital platforms or wherever you download and stream music. We'll come back here on the show. One final timeout. We're going to do a little rapid fire with the ladies, figure out what's been going on lately with all the hobbies and the good stuff with the food, and of course the drinks. Every question I get asked every day from somebody to ask the artists in the show, get to know them more on the personal side. We'll come back here live on the Twitch channel, of course, the sportsguyspodcast.com, the YouTube channel out there, everywhere you can download or find podcasts, of course, and definitely high school football begins this week. CajunCountryRadio.com. Don't forget to check it out. The Vider Pirates, your home for the Pirates, and the Silsbee Tigers of LaFour football, CJ, for Friday night. We get to be a part of it here on the Backstage Pass, no doubt about it. One final time out here. We're coming right back. It's Presley and Taylor. It's the Backstage Pass. Stay tuned.
The Bangtail pour is comprised of a sweet corn mash base. The front has a subtle sweetness and not too sharp. It has notes of a medium char or white oak for a smoky flavor in the middle, and the tail has a super smooth and warm finish.
Go behind the scenes with some of the biggest artists in music today with the Backstage Pass, powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com. Join Brandon Morrill and his co-host Kirsty Krause as they talk to rising stars and legends about their music careers. Listen to their latest tracks and learn fun facts about the men and women behind the music you love. And be sure to tune into the Backstage Pass Monday through Friday from 3:30 to 6:30, powered by the SportsGuysPodcast.com. And welcome into the Backstage Pass. And back here with Presley and Taylor on the show. You can check them out at PresleyandTaylor.com, and also check out The Storm. Man, I tell you, back here with CJ Garton on the show, and I guess their mic, there it is, unmuted right there too. Got unmuted there. I saw the thing. I was like, did we lose them?
You know, I'm bringing back the high five.
I know that's a high five too.
The 80s is occurring. It's all happening, so I'm thinking the high five has to be the forefront of that movement. So
we'll just do a digital high five with that.
If I can get the camera.
Right in front of the camera. Yeah, which is a digital high five there. I like that too.
Boom.
What's that?
I said boom.
I like that. Don't forget, we got a special show coming up September 3rd on Saturday. We're a part of here. The Backstage Pass presents, and of course, in conjunction with our partners at Full Circle Moments, we're going to be putting on a big show. Chris Cagle, Andy Griggs at the Pedrati's Ranch in San Antonio, Texas. We're going to be out there hanging with the guys and, of course, giving away some tickets, some VIP packages next week on Monday. Chris Cagle will join us here on the show Tuesday. The great Andy Griggs here on the Backstage Pass will be a part of that show September 3rd, Saturday night in San Antonio, Texas at Pedrati's Ranch. I got married there, so it's a great ranch. I can actually vouch for that because it's a beautiful place out there too. Time to do a little rapid fire with Presley and Taylor on the Backstage Pass. All right, what's been the latest, I guess, food craving, drink craving? What have y'all gotten into?
Ooh, pizza for me. We went back to Connecticut for a show, and we have the best pizza in New England. So we went to pizza.
Yeah, we love Italian. We're constantly like cooking Italian food here and getting.
I've never had East Coast pizza, CJ. I gotta try it out. I do.
Oh, you're missing out.
Oh yeah.
Between my two kids, I'll try pizza just out of sake with y'all, but they wear the pizza straight up out. I come home, it's like, you got pizza, and I'm like, yeah.
Yep.
I love Italian. Okay, so I have a gripe though. So we ordered pizza the other night right before we had to leave Nashville. I just got out of the studio doing some production, and so we called Papa John's, and we ordered the new pasta bowls, right?
Yeah.
The Papa pasta bowls. We ordered our stuff. And we're so excited to get these pasta bowls. They deliver them, and I open up the box, and it's just the sauce and the toppings.
Oh my
They
God.
forgot to put the pasta in.
Wow.
Yeah, we were like really happy.
That's
So so I called them, and they just put us on hold until they closed, basically. So
Wow.
I had to call Papa John's corporate and they're like, we're so sorry, we're gonna send you your meal for free. And I'm like, cool. I said, I'll actually get to try the pasta bowl this time. I love Italian food. I love Italian. So
Forgot the pasta. Wow. That's
Papa John's, they might not give you pasta.
It might not.
It's
you have to
after the studio and you're just like
Starving,
Yeah, you need something.
Yeah. I was like, is this like some sort of like, did I order wrong? Like, is this somebody who's like trying to go gluten free? What's happening? I'm really, maybe it's a trending thing. Just the sauce,
Just
hashtag justice.
sauce and cheese.
Yeah, that's about what it tastes like. All right, Taylor, I'm gonna go hobbies away from music. What do you guys enjoy?
I really enjoy working out and just like being outside. We've actually taken up hiking recently, which I'm enjoying so much because, with music, like a lot of the time you're in a bus or you're writing inside or you're just always inside. You're in the studio, so we've recently taken up hiking just to get that like outdoorsy time, and I'm loving it. So that's me lately.
I like that. That's good stuff right there, no doubt. Good stuff. All right, I guess as much as you can let the cat out of the bag here, I know we try to get some exclusive here on the show. Is there a timeline for this next big record, for the next songs coming out? As much as you can kind of say about that, I know the fans, because in the margin here, they won't leave me alone. Brandon, ask her this, ask her that. I'll ask, okay, as much as we can get out of it. When's the new music coming out?
We don't have specifics.
We don't have specific times for you, but we can tell you that we're going to be releasing a few singles and then our first EP. So we're very excited, and that's what we're working towards, and we're so excited about it.
I love that. Good stuff right there. All right, we'll do one final one. Let's say you ladies were to take home one of the big lottery prizes this year, next year, whenever. What's the first thing you do with the money, either Mega Millions or Powerball?
I would buy a house.
Hey.
I would invest
a house so bad.
in real estate, create some generational wealth. No, just kidding. I know, like all the time. That would be so amazing. But I would buy my first house for sure.
Same.
Smart move. Buy the house and pay it off.
He always said that, I'd buy land because they ain't making any more of it.
Yeah, that's what I want. Land.
and have the house there and everything else too. Well, smart moves, no doubt about it too. And if you do win the lottery, of course, we'll break it here on the Backstage Pass because I asked that question, no doubt. You guys go check out the Storm across all the digital platforms. It's out there for your listening pleasure. Check them out. The merchandise, Presley and Taylor. .com. Make sure you guys do that. Wonderful meeting them in Nashville. Look forward to hopefully doing it again next year for CRS 2023. Presley Taylor, appreciate the time. You guys always dropping by. You'll have a wonderful week and continued success going forward.
Thank you guys so much. Yeah.
Appreciate it so much, no doubt. And Kelsey, we'll read those comments off air. Appreciate you keep coming in too. I said, she said, "Oh, what I do with the lottery money? See Presley and Taylor, they're awesome." Well, there you go. Buy you concert tickets and go on a tour with them too. Kelsey, which is good too. And Don said, "Buy a house and plan a world tour." That's a good idea too as well. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Another fantastic artist, Sophia Fracassi, coming here on the Backstage Pass next week. Chris Cagle, Andy Griggs drop by for a big show September 3rd. At Pedrati's Ranch on Labor Day weekend. We'll be a part of that. The Backstage Pass in conjunction with FullCircleMomentsLLC.com. You can get tickets there by going there to that very website right now to be a part of the big show coming up next week. We'll have some VIP packages to give away next week on Monday and Tuesday when Chris Cagle and Andy Griggs join us here on the show. Kirsty Krause coming around the corner next week too. We'll do her feature on a new album she's putting out or has put out already. We'll talk to her next Friday here on the show and a whole lot more here on the Backstage Pass. Also, Megan Patrick coming up here in September. So be on the lookout for that here on the show too as well. We'll see you guys tomorrow with Sophia Fracassi at 4 o'clock. Until then, have a great